Hi, welcome back to the Leadership Help Desk, where we're trying to achieve purity in leadership, which means we're trying not to make our own mistakes to begin with. Here's our second segment on organizational behavior masters. If you haven't seen the first video, you need to. It's a brief history on management and how we got to where we are now, and it kind of shows us if some of you might be living in the past, which I hope is not true. So on the first one, we looked at Taylor, the one best way, motion studies, Weber with bureaucracy, and Munsterberg, where psychology and the human element came into play. So we went from being very efficient robots to robots in a bureaucracy to being productive, but at the same time considering what people need and leadership, including leadership. So then this brings us to Mary Parker Follett. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't have a lot of people to talk to. Where she says groups are important instead of bureaucracy and this crusty old man up here and everybody else down here with the big power distance. We need to act more like a group, and that way we can act more like a community where the people aren't isolated. See, like with Taylor and Weber, people would be more isolated, right? You're not allowed to talk, you know, it's no fun. But she's saying that we need to act more like a community and get rid of those power distances that so many hierarchies contain. Even your business place, what is it like? What's your workplace like? What management techniques are they using? What's their management philosophy? Is it us up here and you down here, or is it kind of more like we're equals and we're participating and more like a community? She also says that there needs to be more unity between departments. Now, if we think of the hierarchies and the silos, HR's over here, operating, you know, and whatnot, that's not working. We need our departments to work together. Now, if you saw the video on the system, that's part of that too. Although we just called it our operation includes departments that rely on each other, hopefully, and they all add value to what we're offering to the customer. And if we're not working together, it's going to be dysfunctional, and it's not going to, what's the word? Oh, they love to use it here. There's going to be a disconnect, right? A lot of disconnect. And she says, if we can resolve conflicts together, yeah. Okay, and well, this results in empowerment, right? Power distance is reduced. We put more training and trusting on the employee. We could even move towards self-managed teams and participative management. So we're more equal. We should be a community, and we should all get along and solve problems together and be trusted and all of that stuff. So then we move over to Mcgregor's Theory X and Y. Now, I know you've probably heard of this. If you were paying attention at all in college, you have heard of this. The textbooks don't take it far enough. At least the ones I've seen, they don't take it far enough. They kind of define it like we do here, and that's where it ends. Oh, McGregor said there's two approaches to philosophies of management. Well, anyway, we have Theory X, which he says, Theory X is when management, or managers, or you, assume the employees hate work, they're unwilling to be responsible, they have no ambition, they're lazy, and they're looking for the easy way out. Now, this is a tough one, folks. I was raised Theory X. don't trust anybody. They're going to let you down, and they do want the easy way out. And as a kid, I wanted the easy way out, and I didn't want to take responsibility. And so that kind of locked in with me. And especially going to school with all the rules, you're going to get into trouble. We know it. You can't be trusted. You're a moron. So we have that Theory X. Theory X assumes, a Theory X manager assumes that people are worthless. And then we have the other side of it where we have Theory Y. Employees can enjoy work as much as they do play. They're capable of being responsible. They can be self-managed. They can get things done on their own. They're trustworthy. So what are you? Are you Theory X towards employees, or are you Theory Y towards employees? That's a great question. Having said that I was raised Theory X, I, in management roles, was Theory X. But I knew it wasn't right. I didn't feel like people should be treated like they can't be trusted, and they don't know what they're doing, and they have to be micromanaged and all of that. I still struggle with it. I might be halfway there, but when I hire people and tell them what to do, I have to make sure that I don't appear to be micromanaging, and I trust them. Like, I don't want to say I alienate them, but if they're over here doing a job, I will go over here just not to appear to be watching over them and not trusting them and being that guy, you know. Now, that's where the textbooks that I've read stop. They say Theory X and Theory Y. There's a Theory Z in there too somewhere, but we'll get into that later. But you might be saying, no, I'm Theory Y, I trust people and all of this stuff. Well, you know, there's a continuum here we could think of where your X and Y are somewhere in between. But here's some clues that you might be Theory X. And think about it. Would you like your manager to be Theory X towards you? Would you like to have somebody over you that doesn't trust you, thinks you're lazy, and all of that? I don't think you would enjoy that. I think it'd be very demotivating to be in that situation where you're not trusted. You're treated like a kid. When you treat adults like a kid, you get a kid. When you treat adults like adults, you're more likely to get an adult. We all know those older adult kids, right? In fact, we're all kids, but we can be responsible most of the time. So I'll try to lean back here, and hopefully you can see this. Here's some things that would lead you, things that would, signs that you are Theory X in some way. If your company has a lot of policies, you have a lot of policies? Why do you have a lot of policies? You probably have a lot of policies because you don't trust anybody. Rules, same as policies kind of, but more day to day. Threats of punishment. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get punished. If that's the way you operate, you're Theory X. And people don't enjoy that. If you use carrots and sticks, punishments and bonuses. Bonuses, carrots and sticks. If you use bonuses, if you do this, I'll give you that. That is an assumption that people won't do it to begin with. That's Theory X. This is very important stuff to think through, man. If you instill fear, you manage by fear. Why would you manage by fear? You manage by fear because you don't think people are going to do anything unless they're afraid. And they're afraid of getting punished or losing their job. That's all Theory X, folks. They don't talk about this in the textbooks I've read. Sales commissions. Oh, that's a touchy one. What is the assumption with sales commissions? The assumption with sales commissions is nobody's going to sell anything unless you give them a percentage, right? That would be Theory X. I know it's a tough situation. There are numerous studies on companies where they removed the sales commission, sales actually went up because it reduced all that fear and that stress, that pushy salesperson that created, because they're going to get into trouble if they don't make their quota and all of that. So, what are you? Is your company Theory X or Theory Y? Now, since I think we can say that Theory X isn't a situation, an environment of Theory X isn't enjoyed. Being trusted, having responsibility, being your own manager with leadership, guidelines, not rules, guidelines. We can have procedures and the one best way because things need to be done in a certain way many times. That's not a negative thing. It's kind of like in the military. You know, there's certain ways to fly an airplane. If you don't follow the rules, you crash. You know? That's for their own good. For all of us in our own good. So, we have Mary Parker that says, let's be friendly and get along together, solve problems. And then we have over here, wait a second, Theory X and Theory Y. Was Taylor X or Y? I think he thought everybody was an idiot. And they might have been uneducated back then. Weber, it can't be trusted. You gotta have one certain way. And Munsterberg, I think it goes more towards Theory X, psychological needs. If we play into that, figure out a leadership kind of thing to get people on board, I think that's more Theory Y. So McGregor would have been asking about all these people. Mary Parker's totally Theory Y. Yeah, he's asking, wait a second, where are all these things coming from? What are the underlying assumptions that people have when they come up with these business philosophies, techniques? So there's some more of our management history. I hope you liked it. Think about it. Are you Theory X and Theory Y, and what's it costing you? Turnover? Dedicated team members? I don't know. Well, you think about it. If you like this video, if you benefited from it, please consider subscribing and clickety-click the like, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy your day.